Hello students, welcome to ELGA 13 online revision class. In today's class, we will be revising Unit 3. Before we start our today's class, students, you must have your student reader, a notebook and pen or pencil. So let us begin our class. In whole words, we will learn some new words, their meaning and their use in sentences. Let us first revise some new words. So the first word is concern. Concern meaning is something that involves or affects you or is important to you. In Hindi, concern meaning is chinta. So when something affects you or is important to you, so concern word we can use in sentence like what Harsh was telling Swapna did not concern me. Okay. Second word is accompany. Accompany means to go with someone, किसी के साथ जाना. So this word you can use in sentence. Jigar sometimes accompany his father to the market. It's very easy. Next word, colleague. Colleague is a person with whom one works at a job. Colleague word you can use in sentence like Ankita is my colleague since we work in the same office. Next word is officer. An officer is a person who has position of authority. He has all the responsibilities in an organization. So this word you can use in sentence. Richa's dad is a senior officer in a bank. Now let us revise what we have learned in grammar. Now you all can see the picture. How do we count oranges? And how do we count rice? There are some things which we can count in numbers. For example, we can say there are 10 oranges. And there are some things that we cannot count in numbers. For example, we cannot say there are 3 rice. Yes? Things that we can count are called countables. For examples, apples, shoes. So the things which we can count, they are countable. Things that we cannot count are called uncountable. For example, water, rain and flower. So we cannot count water, so it is uncountable. So remember, the things which we can count is countable. The things which we cannot count is uncountable. See these pictures. Which one are countable and which one are uncountable? So can we count horse? Yes. So they are countable. Can we count balloons? Yes. Sand we can count? No. So it will be uncountable. Milk we can count? No. Hair? No. So sand, milk and hair will be uncountable. And horse and balloon we can count, so it will be countable. Balloon and horse, countable. Milk, hair and sand, uncountable. Now just read these sentences. There is much water spilled. I have many pencils. What are the words much and many telling about the noun here? Much and many tell us how much a particular thing is when we do not know the exact quantity. So much is used for uncountable noun and many is used for countable noun. So when we do not know the exact quantity, so we are using much and many. And remember that much we are using for uncountable and many we are using for countable nouns. Let us read some more examples. I don't have much money. We had so much fun. There are too many students in the class. I have packed many bottles of water. So let us revise using of much and many. So used when we do not know the exact quantity. When we don't know the exact quantity, what we use? Much and many. For uncountable noun, we use much. And for countable noun, we use many. So like water is uncountable, so we use much. And oranges are countable, so we use many. And examples can be, there is much water spilled. I don't have much money. We had so much fun. And for many, examples can be, I have many pencils. We can count pencils. So many will be used for countable noun. Then I have packed many bottles. There are too many students in the class. I hope now you have learned where to use much and where to use many. Now the use of few, little and some. There are a few chocolates left with me. They have little milk. I have some pencils. What are the words few, some and little telling about the noun here? Let's see. Similar to much and many, few, some and little are also used when we want to talk about quantity. Much and many is also used when we talk about quantity. So few, some and little is also used when we talk about quantity. But we don't know the exact quantity. Much and many are used when we want to say that something is a lot. Few, some and little are used when we want to say that something is less in quantity. Okay. So much and many we are using when we have something a lot. बहुत सारा कुछ है. And few, some and little are used when we want to say that something is in less quantity. Now which of these are used for countable and which are used for uncountable? So few is used for countable noun. Little is used for uncountable noun. And some is used for both countable and uncountable. So few we are using for countable, which we can count, and little we are using for uncountable, and some we can use for both countable also and uncountable also. Now let us see. Used when we don't know the exact quantity. Used to tell about small or less quantity. Now few is used for countable, some is used for both, and little is used for uncountable. Is that clear? Now using of this, that, these and those. This we are using when something is near and singular. That we are using when something is far and is singular. These we are using when something is near and is plural. And those we are using when something is far and is plural. Is that clear? Example of this can be, this cat is sitting next to me. That dog is far. That dog likes to eat vegetables. These kittens like to play. Those dogs live in my neighbor's house. Clear? Using of what and which. When there could be many possible answers, we use what. When we want to choose or identify something from a specific group, we use which. So when there are so many answers, possible answers, we use what. For example, what is your name? What are you cooking today? What are you doing after lunch? Okay. And when we have to choose or identify something from a specific group, we use which. For example, out of all subject, which is your favorite subject? So subjects can be Hindi, English, Maths. Yes. So we have to identify from a specific group. So we use which. Then which day is a holiday for you this week? Which picture should I use for my project? Now using of who, whom and whose. Who is used to ask question about specific people doing something. For example, who is standing at the door? Or who were you speaking to? Whom we are using to know on which person the action is done to. For example, whom was the book given to? Or whom should I talk to about? Now whose. Whose we are using to find out the person that a particular thing belongs to. Okay. For example, whose book is this? Means a particular thing is book and book belongs to which person. If we have to find out that, so we will use whose. So whose book is this? Or whose turn is it to speak next? A, an and the. So used when talking about one thing out of many. So a and an we are using when we are talking about one thing out of many. A is used when there is a consonant sound. We know this. And an is used when there is a vowel sound. And a and an is not used for proper noun. Whereas the can sometimes be used for proper noun. The we are using when we are talking about something specific. It can be singular or it can be plural. The is used for vowel and consonant sound both. For example, this is a fun game to play. I had an egg for breakfast. Egg. E is vowel. Yes. So, and we will use. I am eating on the table. I hope it's clear using of a, an or the. So, this is all for today's class. Thank you students for attending the class. Happy learning. Take care.